Everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. So a little bit of a surprise update today from Fate Grand Order. I mean, I did expect them to have an update today, but I was not expecting them to do a buff. If they were going to do a buff, I thought they were just going to do it together with Bunny Toria, but they decided, hey, let's go ahead and reveal Tomoe Gozen today. So honestly, I mean, I think we can expect more servant buff these next couple of days or weeks during the summer event, which I think won't be surprising at all anymore. I mean, they do have a huge lineup of servants currently returned in the gacha, so I think eventually once those servants come out, they'll probably buff them. But yeah, we have Tomoe Gozen Saber here buffed. Originally, I thought if they're gonna buff her, it's gonna be either her MP or skill number 2. Skill number 2 is a skill where she does increase her own art performance and critical star absorption for her arts cards for 1 turn. So I thought if anything, they would touch that, make it 3 turns, and add maybe like an MP generation or something like that. But no, they decided to buff her MP, which is also something they needed to fix, in my opinion, and I'm glad they fixed it. I'm glad that she has this new buff, because it really does change a lot. It's very simple but also very effective. So originally her MP is an AoE arts, increases her arts and buster performance by 20%, and that activates before hit, and she inflicts burn 1000 damage for 5 turns, and overcharge effect inflicts spread of fire status for 5 turns to them, which increases the burn damage. So again, this is actually pretty good effects on this MP, but the problem about this was it lacked damage, and it was only for 1 turn. Like the art and buster performance, if it actually lasted for 3 turns or more, she would be a more effective looper. I mean, she just isn't really good as a looper. That's the unfortunate part. But with this buff, she basically becomes that looper. So her arts and buster performance, that is still 20%, but it is 3 turns now, which is huge. So again, she allows you to use her MP multiple times with the 20% buff. So you don't have to worry about that activating after, again, when using her MP. So you have that, so that allows her to actually do more performance and MP gain. So yes, this is great. I'm liking how they buffed that for 3 turns. And then not only that, her damage obviously increases, and then her burn damage increases as well. So not only can she do more damage with her MP and her cards, her arts and buster cards, she will be able to again do more damage and also inflict more burn. So obviously, again, I talked about her second skill. This increases her arts performance, which allowed her to do a lot more damage. I mean, her second skill allowed her to do 30% more damage with her arts card if that's fully leveled, and then the absorption on her arts card is 500%. So yeah, it's a lot. And then, I mean, she has ways to gain stars, which is also something that's also really great. And yeah, she can also increase her critical with her first skill. So yeah, she has ways to get critical damage. And then of course, if you add on servants like Castoria, she's gonna be doing lots of arts damage. So yes, I think this is a pretty huge buff for her. This definitely allows her to perform better. Now, is she gonna be like a top tier art servant? No, she's not. But it's still a really solid buff. It helps her quite a bit, and I'm just again happy that they buffed this. So yeah, Tomoe Gozen Saber, they buffed the MP, and I'm just very glad that they did this. So again, in the future, if they're gonna buff her again, I would hope it's the second skill, make that 3 turns as well. But if anything else, they can maybe give her like an MP gain or something like that on one of her skills, like her if anything, they can buff her third skill as well. But I would prefer them to buff the second skill, get that to 3 turns at least, you know. So yeah, that's my opinion. on that next buff for her. But yeah, that's basically going to be about it. Again, very happy and excited that they buffed Tomoe Gozen Saber, and now this kind of makes me want to roll for her because I don't have her. She's actually that one servant I don't have in this entire lineup of gacha characters here. So with Bunny Toria getting a buff and Tomoe Gozen getting a buff, I mean, obviously, we're expecting one of these servants right here, BB or May or Mysterious Heroine X, to get a buff now on Friday. So, who is going to get a buff on Friday? I would prefer to see Mabe maybe get a buff here. BB or Mabe. I think one of those two would be nice to see to get a buff, but I wouldn't be too surprised if Mysterious Heroine X gets one because, of course, Double X, Etchan, is currently in the game right now, and she's getting a swimsuit. So yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. But with this pattern, obviously again this new gacha is rate up right now, so I again assume another servant buff this Friday. So yeah, that's going to be something exciting to see. But that's going to be basically about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this buff, and who do you guys expect on Friday to get a buff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Laters.